Tiny was kind of a child of the 60s and went through everything that we all went through back in those days, including a lot of substance abuse and things like that. And he'd always been kind of interested in Buddhism and different forms of meditation. Actually, he had an old tape from the 60s of the Kyudo monks also in those days. And one thing led to another. He had an opportunity to see the Dalai Lama speak here in Amherst, actually. The opportunity then arose for him to actually become a chauffeur for the Dalai Lama. So he checked in to rehab, and from that inspiration, what it was able to do to his life, he carried that over to literally hundreds of other people who had problems, and helped them that way. And he, it's very difficult to explain Tiny if you didn't know him. But he was kind of a catalyst for change. Almost everywhere he went, he caused things to happen, like Tibetan resettlement in this area and things like that.
It sounds kind of like a peaceful Charles Bukowski.
Yes, that's very good. Yeah, sort of meditative. Cross between Bukowski and Jerry Garcia. When Tiny was still alive, because it was much easier for him to do this when he was alive than after he was dead. Used to drive them around to a lot of their gigs, and he was a really good friend with theirs. So in a sense, this is sort of an opportunity for them too to kind of honor him, but also to bless this, because the stupa is a sacred Buddhist site. It needs to be blessed before it, consecrated actually before it begins. So it's sort of like a lot of things kind of coming together here with this. Sonam has been wanting to do this for a long time, to find some way to express his gratitude for everything Tiny did for him for the monks. There's a large community of people out there who want to do something in his honor, and hopefully this will be one of the things that sort of catalyze a lot of these people to get together and maybe continue working on some of the things he did. So over there is where the actual stupa is going to be built, with meditation benches through here. And how this actually evolves, I'm not sure yet. But I know there's going to be a reflecting pool and all of that. And I'm not sure what's going to happen to this area through here.
So the stupa is where the rocks are?
It'll be behind that, probably. Or around there. Right around that area. I can't tell you exactly where it's going to be, so it's going to be there. Okay. It's not so much what's here now, but what's going to be here. The stupa itself, in the Tibetan tradition, will have personal objects of Tiny enclosed in it when it's being built as part of the ceremony. At some point, we're thinking maybe separate from the stupa, a little pedestal, a little display with a photograph and more information about everything that Tiny did to help people.